What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Randy here, the RTS Mobile Gaming, bringing you a dynamite video today. We are playing Lord of the Rings Rise to War, and we're going to be talking about the Season 3 starting guide, which has just been published by The Forge, which is the fantastic Discord group. More than 2,000 players in there, tons of guides, commander builds, and theory crafting going on. So we'll be talking about Season 3 starting guide from The Forge, just dropped by Fish Wizard this morning, okay? As I see Gandalf, the White, killing Witch King in the background. Very epic, okay? So, this is going to have a few of the similar points to my tips and tricks that I dropped previously, but it's going to be a lot more fleshed out, so get excited for this, okay? And then once you do have questions, you can jump over to the Forge Discord. The link is down below, and that will get you really rocking and rolling strong when Season 3 drops later today, okay? Well, I guess it drops, quote-unquote, tomorrow at 3 a.m. UTC, okay? So primarily, right, just like I was talking about previously, you want to pick 3 of your main commanders, and those are going to be the guides that you really focus on for tiling and leveling up, okay? These are not going to be your end game commanders. More than likely, they're not going to be your end game commanders. They're going to be commanders that are strong early on with good sustainability or high crowd control and damage, okay? Those are going to be really the 2 key branches. If you're fighting against, or if you want to use a commander that needs a lot of skill points to be good, he's probably not a good starter, okay? So you're going to train generic troops, all right? And you're going to focus on commanders that can universally be strong with those troops. Don't focus on a commander that's only strong with 1 unit type if you're going to be training 2 or 3 other unit types to keep your barracks efficient, okay? You're going to be building enough troops for 2 full marches, and you'll be leapfrogging those marches from one commander to the next as you burn through your stamina. Okay, as Crystal Fire pointed out the other day, you're going to get a total of about 60 attacks in the first 24 hours with a commander, and that is cutting the resource requirements, the stamina requirements in half, and increasing your generation for the first 24 hours. You will get close to 60 attacks with your commander, okay, each commander. So you want to make sure you have enough troops to make use of all of that stamina effectively, all right? The next thing we've got here is, keep in mind that the new season tips don't give a lot of experience. I don't think they give any experience on day 1, but starting on day 2 or 3 there, they start giving decent experience. So make sure you're on top of that and putting your commanders in there when their stamina's down, okay? Ring buffs, this is very, very key, okay? Fish Wizard highly recommends, and I agree, that you jump into the Abundant Alucrosity branch to max out the stamina and control ASAP. I think that is going to be super duper important, so definitely get on top of that. That way you are efficient early in the season, okay? And then, in addition to that, feel free to use a gathering commander such as Sharku, or one of the other folks that does Grishnak. There's a few other commanders that have gathering abilities on both the good and evil faction side. Have one of those in your pocket because you will be spending all of your ability points for the first couple days on gathering stone and food, okay? So make sure you have a gathering commander. And there are, of course, easy accessories, purple accessories that give you gathering bonus. Feel free to throw one of those on too, okay? So, Fish Wizard starting commanders that he has recommended here in the Forge guide, okay? I'm going to give you the real quick and dirty, and then I want you to jump over to the Discord and check out the starting guide yourself so you can see where all the points are going, okay? I don't want to make this a 5-hour video. We'll make it quick and beautiful. First, his favorite commander for the good side is going to be Gandalf the Grey with some universal troops, okay? You're going to make good use of the healing, stuns, and overall damage output early on in the fight, okay? So make sure you check out the build there in the Forge. The next commander that the Fish Wizard recommends from the good side is going to be Dwalin. Dwalin is very, very strong. He's basically one of my favorite commanders in the game. I've done an enormous amount of testing with him. You guys have seen a couple videos with him. I really enjoy playing him. He's very, very strong in early game starting off Season 3 as well, okay? So you'll be getting all kinds of healing and damage output from him. Really, really nice. Next, we'll have LOTR, okay? We'll be running universal troops with him as well. He'll be fantastic with more healing and troop damage output, all right? Then we'll have Eowyn. Of course, Eowyn is a crowd favorite. She's always going to be one of the strongest commanders in the game. She has so much synergy between her skills. It's astronomically insane. I don't even know what to do. I can't tell you how many times my tier 3 whale commanders have lost to a free-to-play Eowyn, okay? Or had a rough draw where I barely came out in victory. So Eowyn's going to be amazing. Her overall healing, cavalry buffs, and just melee damage output's going to be fantastic, okay? And then lastly, King Aragorn. If you have King Aragorn, he is going to be a phenomenal starting commander because he gives fantastic healing and troop buffs as well as great skill damage output, okay? So, like I said, Fish Wizard has gone through, taken the time to actually put points to each one of these different skills and really show you which ones are going to be what you want to put points in early. Check that out. For the Evo Commanders, ladies and gentlemen, Fish Wizard highly recommends Khaldun, and I like Khaldun. I agree. Khaldun's fantastic. I've also heard a lot of support for Gorbag, and that's the next commander that Fish Wizard supports here. So Khaldun and Gorbag, they're both going to give great troop buffs, enormous troop buffs, as well as some enemy troop debuffs. So check out the builds he's got recommended there. Grima and Gothmog are next. Grima is always going to be a crowd favorite here as one of the strongest tier 1 commanders in the game for his insane amount of just madness, cluster bombery. I can't say those other words on YouTube, but just he does so many crazy things. And yeah, there's a lot of RNG involved, but he does so many crazy things. He's so much fun. He's going to be strong because of his second-in-command tree. I don't want to go into too much detail on that, but check out the build that is in the Discord, okay? Gothmog's next, guys. Gothmog's fantastic. It gives ginormous damage output early on in the fight, as well as some good defensive capabilities. So make sure you check that out. Gothmog is one of my starters from Season 2. I really enjoyed starting with Gothmog. He was extremely strong. I think around 37 or 38, I stopped using him because I was just at the point where I could level up other commanders. Good fight there, Vernoth, with the Witch King in the background. All right, we'll watch this one. Sauron versus Sauron. This is a good fight, by the way. Shout out to Baller for this fight. Whale Sauron, massively whaled out Sauron versus whaled out Saruman, baby. Good fight here. Very, very close fight. Really fantastic. Almost even there, to be honest with you. Yeah, we'll play that in the background. All right, so where were we at? Okay, Gothmog. Like I said, he was one of my starters last season. I thoroughly enjoyed using him as a starter. I'll definitely be using him again this season. Okay. Kieran is next. Kieran has fantastic stuns, healing, and troop buffs. Right, so Kieran, of course, is going to be a crowd favorite. Even with the changes to his Respect 5 tree, he's going to have a lot of fantastic capabilities early on in the season. All right. Then we have Black Serpent coming in hot and heavy. Black Serpent is going to be absolutely phenomenal because of his insane troop buffs and survivability. He has one of the highest troop survivability rates in the game, as well as early round damage, right? The first 4 rounds, he gets massive damage bonuses, similar to Gothmog, slightly weaker than Gothmog's damage bonuses early on, but very similar, right? So really, really strong. Black Serpent's a good one. Sauron. We have the Sauron whale build. As Fish has put it here, Sauron's going to be massively strong. He's going to give enormous damage output, plus crowd control, heals. So Sauron's going to be, believe it or not, very strong once you get into the level 20 range. He'll be phenomenal for leveling up and just using in general. And then of course, my fan favorite, which has here listed, Fish Wizard has him listed here. Witch King, okay, is the next one with fantastic troop buffs, enemy debuffs, and then overall commander debuffs. He is going to be beyond insanely strong because of his early round CC and his damage output. By level 20, you'll basically have your Witch Kings doing phenomenal damage. Of course, you're going to start, early on with like Stalkers or something like that have very strong tier 2 unit damage output. So Stalkers will be what you rush for on the Witch King, okay? So, that is the video, guys. Like I said, Fish Wizard has gone through and put together a phenomenal written guide in the Forge Discord. Jump to the description below, hop in, let's rock and roll. Randy out. Good luck in Season 3, baby.